Students. So this is your chapter 7 idea of algorithmic efficiency and lecture number 2. So in the previous class we learned what is algorithm and how to calculate the complexities. So here in this class first we will recall the previous class topics, then we will move ahead. So previous class we learned that what is an algorithm, what is an efficiency of an algorithm, what is computational complexity, big O notation, dominant term and calculating complexity. So just recall these. So algorithm, that is a method that perform the task step by step. So it is a algorithm. In this I gave you two examples, that is how to prepare tea and how to add two numbers. In the next, we studied that what is an efficiency of an algorithm. So efficiency or algorithm depends on the amount of resources and the time. And it has two factors, that is internal factor and external factor. Internal factor depend upon the time and the space. And the external factor that depend on size of input, speed of the computer and what is the quality of the compiler. Then we studied what is computational complexity. So this computational complexity, it is made of two words, that is computation and complexity. So the computation means what the problems are to be solved and complexity means what are the factors that determine that how much resources are sufficient for efficiently execute the programs. Next is big O notation. So this big O notation will tell you the complexity of any algorithm that is used to depict an algorithm's growth rate. It will tell you that what is the performance of the algorithm when its input size grows. Okay. It also determines that how faster or slower an algorithm. This big O that is represented by a capital O, okay, and it followed by the opening and the closing parenthesis. Here is the example for calculating the complexity. This is just an example that when you calculate the complexity, then how this will show. Next is dominant term. Okay, so this dominant term is the term which will affect the performance most. So in this example, this an square plus bn, so this an square affect the performance most. That's why it is a dominant term, and if I want to calculate its complexity, then it is on square. Next is calculating complexity. So there are five ways for calculating the complexity. The first one is the loops. So in this, for I in range 1 to n and print I, how will you calculate? So this loop will run 1 to n minus 1 and this time is constant here. So n minus 1 multiplied by t. So it will give you the dominant term, that is nt. So the answer is on. Next is nested loop. So in nested loop again, the term for I in range, it will run the loop from 1 to n minus 1. Then for k in range, this loop will run n time. Okay, and the constant time is constant here, that is t. So this n minus 1 multiply by n multiply by t. So here the dominant term is n square t, it will give you on square. Next is consecutive statements. So what happen if you have the consecutive statements? So here two loops are there. So the first loop one is a separate one and the second one is a nested loop. So the first loop says 1 to n. So it will give you n minus 1 multiplied by t1. Next is n multiplied by n multiplied by n by t2. So the result is nt1 minus t1 plus n square t2. So this t1 and t2 are the constant and the n square t2 is the dominant term. So it will give you the complexity, that is on square. Next is conditional statement. So here in this x is equal to 1, it will also take some time. Then print statement, it also takes some time. So here it is t2. Now in for I in range, so this n multiply by t3 and t4. So it will give you the complexity on. Next is logarithmic complexity. So this is a notation of algorithm, that is O log n, if it takes constant time to cut the problem size by a fraction. So if we cut the fraction size, then it will automatically give the complexity, that is O log n. Okay. For example, in binary search, the complexity is this. So now today's class topic is, in this class we will study about the best case, average and the worst case complexity. Next, we will study some examples of best, average and worst case. Then there are some questions of finding complexity, that how will you find the complexity of any program. So now let's get start our topics. So in this graph, you can see that this is the worst case, the first one. This one is the worst case. Next is your average case, and the last one is your best case. Okay, for example, if you are running a loop, so in a loop, I have given a condition. So the first case means it has to execute all the iteration of the loop till the condition is true. Okay, this is the worst case, that you have to check the condition and you have to go with each and every element of the list. Okay, so it is traversing all the elements, so this is what it will take more time and more resources. So this is your worst case. And suppose whatever element you are searching in a list, that will just come at the first in the first iteration, so this will become your best case, because best case, you put less effort, you put less resources and less time. That's why it is a best case. Average case, so average, that is the average number of iteration is have to take. Okay, so the performance is average in this average case. Now next is worst case. So this worst case complexity of the algorithm is the function defined by the maximum number of steps taken on any instance of size n. Okay, when you have to follow the maximum number of steps, then it is a worst case. So it represents the curve passing through the highest point of each column. Okay, so that show your worst case. Next is your best case. So the base case complexity, this one is a best case. Okay, here this one is a best case. So this one is best case. Complexity of the algorithm is the function defined by the minimum number of steps taken on any instance of size n. When you have the minimum number of steps, then it is a best case. So it represents a curve passing through the lowest point of each column. As you have seen the previous figure, that the best case is at the lowest point. Okay. Next is your average case. So average case complexity of the algorithm is a function defined by the average number of steps taken on any instance of size n. So this is your average case. In average case, that is the steps taken of any object of size n. This is your average case. So now the example of the best, average and the worst case. So this is your linear search. In this linear search, the items are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the elements of your average case. So first, if we will talk about the best case, suppose you want to search the element 1 and this element is at first position. So it will just found at first iteration. So what is the best case? That is 1. Okay. Next is worst case. So worst case, suppose if you want to search an element, for example 9. So for searching 9 in linear list, first it will traverse with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So it will traverse all the elements of the list. So here the worst case is 9. Worst case is 9. Next is average case. So here if we talk about this list, the average case will become the 5th one. Okay. So because this is in the middle, so the average case is the 5. Okay. So by this way you will calculate, you will know that what are the best cases, what is your worst case, what is your average case. Now this is a question 1, that you have to find the complexity of a program that searches for an element in an array using linear search. So you know what is linear search. In linear search, it is in a sorted way. Okay, you have a sorted array, then you have to traverse each element. Okay, so you have to compare each element with the searching element. So this is your code. In this, L is equal to eval input enter list, N is equal to length 1, X is equal to eval input enter element which you want to search. Okay. So here with every statement there is a time constant, that is C1. Now length is L, so it will also take some time. So now C2, now X, well, this X variable also takes some time, so it will give you C3. Now we are in loop, so this loop will run. So it will give you the range 0 to, this is L, length of L, okay. So it will run the loop this n minus 1, okay. So here the number of iterations are n minus 1. So here x is equal to L I, it will check. So the time is C4. Now in the next is C5. In the at the break statement it is C5. Now the else part will execute and here the time is C5. Okay. Now, so you have to calculate the complexity of the program. So this C1, C2 and C3. So you have to add these C1 plus C2 plus C3. Now you have to multiply this n minus 1 multiply by C4, C5, C6. Okay. So here the complexity is 0 to length in range. So it will just give you n, and when you this element is not found at index this, it is time is C5. So here C4, C5, C6 it will multiply with n. Now this C7 will also add. So here when you solve this, then you will get the dominant term n. That's why the answer is ON. Next question is the binary search. Thus you have to find the complexity of a program that searches an element in an array using binary search. Okay, so in this is a list. This L is the list, and element you have to enter the element which you want to search. Next is last. Here you have to calculate the last one. This first one is 0. Here I have assigned all the constant term, okay, in front of the statements. So how will you calculate the total time? So first, this is a while loop. So here this while loop here it will run till the condition true. So this while loop belong to this part. Okay, this all will come in the this. So these all statements will multiply with n, means C5, C6, C7, 8 till C15. Okay, so these all are the part of while. So it will multiply by this n. So if you see that in the binary search, when it says that if any number divided by the 2, then the complexity is log 2n. Okay, so this will multiply with this log 2n. Okay, so this log 2 will come. Now when you solve this, so I am just assuming that C1, C2, C3, C4 are the C1 constant, and this C5 to C15, this is C2 constant. So here the now this term log 2n, this is a depicting term. So here the total time is O log 2n. So this is the complexity of binary search. So dominant term is a log 2n. That's why it is the complexity is log 2n. Now third is determine the worst case complexity of the following program. You have to calculate the worst case complexity. Now see, in when you in the question the examiner will ask you best case and the worst case. Okay, why the average? Because the average case is very complex. Because average case complexity calculating is difficult, because we do not calculate the complexity, as it will take more time and number of iteration also increase in the average case, and it will not give you the correct complexity. That's why we will not calculate the average case complexity. Okay, so generally we will calculate the complexity of the worst case. So here in this question also it is asking about the worst case complexity of the following program. This for I in range n, x is equal to I multiply by 3 plus I, C1. Now print x. So here this is a I loop. So it will give you n. Now loop will give you the constant m. So here it will run n time, it will run m time. So you have to multiply this n multiply by C1 plus C2. Now n multiply by m multiply by C3, C4. So this C1, C3, C1, C2, C3, C4 are the constant one, and n and m are the m are our that is our these are the dominant term. Okay, so it will give you the complexity, that is O n plus m. Next is calculate the runtime efficiency of the following program if function calc can be expressed as On equal to n square. So here in this question, the complexity of this calc function is already given. This is n square. So how will you calculate the runtime complexity, runtime efficiency? So first this I is equal to 1. This is C1. Constant time is constant C1. Now this while loop. So it will run n time. So when you calculate the total time, so this C1 plus this n will multiply by C2, C3 and C4. So this n is for all this while loop. Okay, this is a while loop. Now again there is again a while loop inside this. So this while loop will also give result n. So here this n will multiply by this while loop, the outer while loop n will multiply this C2. This C2, now there is a big bracket here, C2 plus C3, now plus n. This is the inner loop, while loop. So n multiplied by C4 plus now n square, this is the complexity of calc function, plus C5. Okay, now this bracket is closed and big bracket is also closed, plus C6 multiplied by n. So this n, this I is equal to I plus 1. This is a part of this while loop. Okay, this outer while loop, that's why it also multiply by n. So when you calculate it, it will give you the dominant term, that is n4. Okay, that's why it will give you the answer, that is n4. So it is a complexity of the runtime efficiency of this program, that is O(n) square. So I hope these topics are clear. So the homework is you have to revise the classwork, okay, and see the programs. You have to run the program by yourself, and you have to check the complexity. Okay. So thank you and have a nice day.